Good afternoon, everyone. I am Aman Choudhary, and I am a senior designer at Hyundai Motors. And I'm representing the entire Hyundai Advanced Design studio here. And the entire studio is here, so I'm sure we'll catch up after the presentation and during the day. Uh, this is us, and we are located right in the heart of Gurugram, and that's exactly where we are. And I think before I forget, I want to thank the entire Hyundai team, especially Kaushal and Choi, for letting me have the stage while they are there. Thank you so much, guys. We are located right in the heart of Gurugram and the Delhi National Capital Region. And that's us, the entire team. The entire team is here. And I've been with Hyundai for about 6 years now, and we are one of the coolest design studios. That's one thing I can say for sure. So during the introduction of today's event, as Sudhir said, that we all have a lot of stories in this room. So for this presentation, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to tell you a small story. And that story is exactly what makes this not just a car presentation. Because this story is about dreams. Dreams beyond mobility. So what we see in the picture is a dream that no matter where you're coming from and where you're going, Hyundai should be able to be a part of your journey, where Hyundai becomes a complete mobility solution provider. It's a story about aspiration, aspirations beyond the living space. What we see here is a living space that makes you feel at home, that makes you feel you are in your own living space even when you're on the move. Isn't that incredible? It's a story about imagination. I'm sure we have seen these robots so much on YouTube. So this is a story about imagination. Imagination of a world which is beyond the next, which is exactly the theme for today. So Hyundai should be able to take you through its mobility to places where no human can go. That's exactly a future that we imagine which is beyond the next. And talking about imagination, I think let me take you all to our childhood, where we all have been in our own imaginary worlds, right? Everything was as it suited us. The world was exactly what we wanted. We were all these little creative geniuses, aspiring for the sky. But we were devoid of reality. Let's accept that fact. So you know, uh, we were in our own cocoon, in our own world, living the life as it suited us. But that fact that we were devoid of reality didn't stop us from aspiring. We did aspire. Then reality hit. We grew up. But I think all of us, that one thing that we have taken from our childhood to today is our aspirations. It's these aspirations that that grew with us. I'm sure life became a lot tougher and, life happened and reality struck. But it was these aspirations, that grew with us. And it's these very aspirations that keep us pushing further, that keep us doing what we do. And that's exactly these aspirations, that have made all of us present here. And it's these aspirations that have made Hyundai one of the most loved brands in the country. So how did we land here? I'm sure we relate to this picture. It all started with the Santro, which we all have known and loved for so many years. Truly an icon when India was aspiring for a perfect family car. I'm sure a lot of us have this fond memory of this being our first family car. And as India was growing, its aspirations were growing as well. And India was growing, its cities were growing, but one thing that was growing with these cities were its own unique set of problems, which we all know. And that's the reason India was aspiring for that perfect SUV for its cities. So what did we do? We took our global icon, a car that had made its mark in in the world, and we tailored it so that it fit India perfectly. We gave India the Hyundai Creta, and people loved it. We all love it. The year it was launched, it became the Indian Car of the Year. But then aspirations, they don't stop. People keep asking for more. And that's exactly what India was asking. It wanted more. And that's how Perfect was reborn as the ultimate SUV. It, it's now more refined, much more engaging with its new interiors, and so posh with the brilliant materials and finish. And I can back all these uh, words by the numbers. Close to 1 million units sold till date. That's incredible. And Hyundai Creta definitely is the big dream. Dreams, they kept getting bigger, and there was something simultaneously that was happening with our cities. They were getting smaller. Not smaller, but we kept packing more and more in those cities, and so much infrastructure, and they were getting more packed with more people. And I'm sure all of us are suffering this denseness of denseness of our cities through the traffic jams and so on. So cities did get a lot denser. So what did we do again? We took our biggest SUV, the Hyundai Palisade, and we just repackaged it for the Indian dream, which we all know as the Hyundai Venue. And people loved it again. It became the Indian Car of the Year in 2020. The story repeats. People kept asking us for more. I think now it's becoming a habit that people keep expecting the best from a brand that's Hyundai. So we reinvented it. Now it's more glamorous. It's much more dynamic with its interiors. And so gorgeous connected lamps and connected car features. The numbers say the story again. We are nearing 500,000 units in sales. It is indeed the new benchmark in the sub 4-meter category. And everyone wants the Venue feeling. Then COVID happened. It was a tough year for all of us, I'm sure. We all faced our own challenges, and we all had to adapt in so many ways, right? It's these difficult times that made us rethink through design how we can adapt, what we can do better. Because everybody deserves that personal space, regardless of where they are and what their aspirations are. Everybody deserves that personal space. Because we know what happens if you don't adapt. Dare or die. Jo dar gaya, samjho mar gaya. That's why we didn't get scared. We didn't fear. We wanted every aspirer to have an SUV. We wanted every dream to come true. And we made the Hyundai Exter. So contemporary. It's very small, but so prominent. And so youthful. As we know that our audience is getting younger by the years pass, it's very youthful. And India again has shown their love by booking more than 50,000 units in less than a month. That's whopping. We don't stop so that you won't stop. And that attitude of never stopping, that attitude of keep going, is what has made us a manufacturer that has an SUV present across all the segments. And we are definitely not stopping here, because we are not done yet. Picture abhi baki hai. Thank you on behalf of the entire Hyundai Advanced Design India team. Thank you all.